So starting the storage account, and next step we'll start the database, and then we'll launch ADF Studio. Have a small look at index just to recall yesterday's work. Go to the recent 4 sessions, last recent 4 sessions. Not this, not this. Yeah. So just recall the yesterday's work, so first of all. So yesterday in the beginning, we discussed about how the values can be exchanged between two different data flows with the help of variable. Okay. So this was about session 81, 82, and okay, 82. In 83, so 83 also same thing. So two different data flows are communicating. In the first data flow, what we generated as per yesterday example, it is generating some average salary. Average salary written into caching. But to access that from activity level, we enabled one option, write to output activity. If you don't do that, you cannot access from the pipeline. Okay. Only within the limits of data flow only you can access it. So that's why you enabled one option. So then your value can be captured at variable level at pipeline. Once you define a variable in the pipeline, in an entire pipeline, in any activity, you can use that variable. Not only in data flow. In for each activity, you can use it. In filter activity, you can use it. In get metadata activity, you can use it. Wherever that is required, you can use that variable. So from variable to data flow. But to capture that value, variable value, at the time of declaring, at the time of defining second data flow, you should apply some parameter. Into that parameter, you have to access it. How to access that and how to give dynamic expressions for that. All the things we have seen. And then as part of session number 84, we started one work. That work is dropped at middle. But phase one work is completed. So in that, what we did, we took a table. That means our file. In the file, there is a column called department name. We have some number of departments, but each department is duplicated. Because marketing is one department, under marketing, multiple employees, so that the marketing is repeated for multiple times. HR, finance, all these are the different departments repeated for multiple times. The first phase of work, we eliminated duplicates. That means we generated one distinct column. That distinct column by using aggregate transformation. If I have 3 departments in that column, only finally after completion of aggregation transformation in the department name, only three rows you will find, 3 unique values. After that, you converted that column as array by using collect function. Collect is part of aggregate. That's why one more aggregate you applied. All rows you converted as a single array. That array you have written into cache. To capture that array in the pipeline, you created one variable data type array, because you are passing array. To capture that, there should be array. Okay, till that work we have done. Okay, but our task is what? Look at the headline of session 84. Categorical distribution of data into multiple files. That means for each one data group, one separate file should be generated. For each one separate file, one separate category, one separate file should be generated. That means all we are expecting all marketing rows into one file, all HR rows into one file, like it with same name as category. The second phase of that work we will see now. Come to data lake. Go to containers. I have some output here, just I'm removing them. Previous output I am clear. Open your input containers. This is what your file you have used. Observe this. If you look at the department name column, how many categories are there? 4 categories: marketing, HR, finance, IT. A few more rows, one more category I am going to add. What was the last number? 110. 111. Adesh. 89,000. Mail. Department admin. Venkat. Still admin. One more last. Dheeraj. Admin. Now total I have 5 categories of data. That means in department name column you have 5 groups. It doesn't matter how many number of groups are there. In case of pipeline core activities, if you use if condition for the conditional split, you have to manually fix number of distributions. If true, where to go? If false, where to go? Okay, but you cannot fix in this kind of examples, because yesterday you have 3 departments. By yesterday night, that became 4 departments. Today it reaches 5 departments. Okay, suppose this kind of category based on the product ID, especially organization is Amazon. They have lakhs of products or millions of products. Got it? So manually you cannot fix number of distributions here. I want dynamically distribute the data into number of unique groups. So this is what our target. Okay, just check the demonstration of execution of this. I'm going to the ADF studio, going for pipelines. Look for the pipeline. Yesterday we did a work, hold array from data flow. So for that I have added additional phase. Okay. So this is a unique, the first one. Okay, please let me open this. I'm starting the debug flow. This is unique department. Number of unique departments it will identify. And this is set variable. In the set variable, what is our variable? Department. What is the input for this? the rate activity of the data flow name dot output dot run status output sync and then value of 0 and then array ARR is your value. The column which is generated from the cache sync is ARR. Here to capture that array, here the variable name is department. Understand? This work already we have done. But in the file, yesterday we have only 3 departments. Now we have 5 departments. Please check all the 5 departments will be taken or not. I'm just running the flow. Zakir, are you getting my voice now?
Yes, sir, but voice is low, sir, not loudly.
Maybe today there might be a problem with mic. Just hold, I will change. I will try to change the mic. All of you just hold on the line, sir. I'm changing the mic. Hello. Sir, do you hear me now? Hello.
Sir, the voice is very low.
Now?
Still low, sir.
Hello. Sir, now? Hello.
Yes, sir. Now, okay, sir.
Okay. So now without speaker, I am speaking, sir. Directly from the laptop speaker, I am speaking. But you may get noise. Please adjust that.
Okay, sir. No issue.
Again, Satish will hit me. Satish will hit me because he cannot able to see the screen. Okay, sir. Please check. We have actually 5 with new data. We have 5 groups. Please check the output of set variable. Okay, we have finance, marketing, HR, IT, admin. So tomorrow one more department may be added automatically. That will be captured once pipeline is done. Okay, this is what diagram is. But if you fix like, if department name is equal to marketing, go to marketing file, else go to Y file, else go to Z file. If you fix like this, the number of categories always fixed. But here situation is daily, the number of products or number of groups are changing. Okay, that's why we go for dynamic solution. And come to this pipeline. This is also same thing. Go to the data flow. This is not, this is not, this is not, this is not, this is not. This is not. Okay. Actually, yesterday I created that to demonstrate you, but I forgot to publish that. That's why once it is closed, the process. Okay, we will define it from scratch. Already first phase completed. No need to work with this. The output of this pipeline, array. Array field, array variable name is DEPT. That is department. I'm going to create a fresh data flow. This is the array to data flows. Okay, I'm giving a short name. Array to data flow. Sir, first forget about that one. Only one thing I'm expecting, if some categorical value passed, that should be written into that variable, that particular file. Okay. So for this purpose, I'm going to define one parameter for the data flow. So here under parameter section, the parameter name I am giving as category. So when this will be executed, when it is called from pipeline. But before that, I want to test it, whether it is working fine or not. For this, I'm fixing a value. Marketing. I'm fixing this value for the parameter marketing. But the value marking should be dynamically passed. So only for testing whether my data flow working fine or not, I'm fixing a value here as marketing. So what is our input file? Yesterday we created one file called profs. The data set for this ds underscore profs, and check the schema: ID, name, salary, gender, department. I don't want to perform any computation. That's why no, I'm not changing the data types. The two department name is string. So no need to worry about schema. All schema is perfect. I want to filter out only marketing, but marketing is assigned to parameter. Only all the rows which are matching with the parameter value, only those rows I want to filter. For that, I am applying filter transformation. In the filter transformation, expression, I am going for expression builder for the condition. What is my condition? Department name is equal to that parameter value. Okay, if parameter value is marketing, it has to fetch only marketing rows. I am giving that condition. Where is your field? Department name. That has to be compared with equals to parameter. Where is your parameter? Go to parameter section. Your parameter name is category, $category. Understand? This is our condition. Already for the category, you assigned a value. Market. Now just run the preview. Marketing rows are fetched up. Only marketing rows, right? One minute, sir. You three people, please go back. Sakshi also, please go back. You three. Go to back then. Miru, left and right. Just adjust. 191 minutes, sir. Sunday, switch off this fan. Because for online thing, noise is coming. Not that fan, this fan. The fan. This fan. Yes. You keep that fan. So online team, are you getting voice without noise?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, here some fan is giving more sound, that's why. Able to see all of you? Right. So the category value is HR rows will equal H. But only these particular rows should be written into a separate file. Okay, first I want to test that also. So in what way I want file name? Same as category name. Okay. For that, I'm adding a sim transformation here. In the case of sync, the data set I'm giving DS underscore output. Okay. That one under settings. I want to write into single output file. Setting single partition. But file name should be given. Don't fix the file name. Give the parameter. Observe here. Go to the add dynamic content. Add our parameter. At the right category. So currently, what is the value of the category? Marketing. So if this flow runs, automatically the marketing goes will be written into marketing file. Marketing file. In next iteration, HR is passed. HR rows will be written into HR. Understand? Automatically this works fine. But before that, you just test it. Whether this will work out or not. What is the data flow name? RA2 data flow. Go for a fresh pipeline. Test DF. I'm going to test it. Track this data flow. Debug this. But value is hard coded as marketing. Now this moment only marketing row should be written. If it works, we can bring this into the original pipeline. I'm going to debug now. The process is going on. Yes. About this, sir, progress is started. Yeah, it is succeeded. Please check the output container. Previously, it was empty. Now I have a file called mark. Just open this. Only marketing rows should be there. Working fine or not. But whatever the work you have done, now this work should be done for each category. Where are all the categories in the pipeline variable array? Okay. So now I'm going to do some changes into this. Go to studio again. Open our data flow. Go to the data flow parameters. Here you have fixed a value. Don't fix any value. Just leave it blank. Just I'm removing. No value. Only parameter name, parameter type. Come to your pipeline. The first activity is the data flow generating unique departments and writing into cache. This is variable capturing data from caching, which has 5 elements in the array. The array name is DEPT. If I have 5 elements, I want to run a loop for 5 times. At each iteration with one category I want to work. For that looping, here I am going for each. For each, I am just attaching set variable and for each. Okay. Now configure the for each now. Under settings, select sequential and go to the items. In the items, you should configure input. What is input here? Output of output of set variable. Just go for this. Select the variable. Got it. In the case of activity output, observe here, sir, one point. Actually, set variable is activity, but the set variable activity is not producing any output. Remember, set variable activity is keeping value into variable, but not producing output. That's why here in the activity outputs, it is not showing set variable activity. Okay, already have defined a variable. This variable, entire pipeline can be accessed. I'm just selecting this department. The value, how to get the department value? At the right variables of DEPT. But DEPT is the array. Array has 5 elements. Now save OK. Now, under for each, there should be a substate. Activities, go to activities. Here one activity is required. That activity I am giving array to data. Activity also data flow. For this data flow, go to the setting parameters. What is the parameter? What is the parameter have configured? Category. How to pass value into the category? How to access each element of the array using item. At the rate item. Got it. But item is not a JSON, so that no need to say item dot something. Every element is an item. I want to take each item at one iteration. Just click on, go to pipeline expression. What is current item of the for each? Which is at the rate item. The first iteration, what will happen? Finance is passed. All files of the finance will be written into finance file. All rows of the finance will be written into finance file. Second iteration, HR is passed. Third iteration, marketing. Fourth iteration, IT. Fifth iteration, IT. In this way, at one iteration, one categorical value is passed. That will be finally written into your output file. Understood? Okay. The configuration is ready. Settings, no need to do any settings. Okay. Now your work is completed. Just go to main pipeline. In high level, there are 3 activities. First activity, data flow. Second activity, set variable. Third activity, data flow, not data flow, for each. Under for each sub-activity is data flow, the second data flow. Now I am going to run this. Before running, clean the previous output. Just I am removing this previous file. I'm going to submit now. Continue with debug cluster. Can I execute with integration runtime? I can. Okay. But it is not using any in-memory computing kind of process. If I go with the debug cluster, it uses Spark cluster. In-memory computing features with MPP that is available. So just click on continue with the debug cluster. Please check the status. So this work is a previous job. Current work is not at started. Now it's started. So first two activities completed. Now for each is started. Under for each input 5 elements. That's why 5 iterations should be run. First iteration is going on. First iteration completed. That means one file is written. Second file done. So in the third iteration, third category will be passed. Three completed. Two are pending, sir. Four completed, last one is pending. Possible it's taking too much time. All are completed. Please check your data lake output container. It was empty previously. Now look at the outputs are up. Srinivas, you are not checking the output. All admins into admin department. No chance of others. Please check. Here only admins I have. Check one more department randomly. Let's check IT. Yeah, there should be only IT people. There are 4 records of IT. So this is one of the use case of writing data into caching and pass the data into other data flow. Got it? Generally, if it is a project, sir, different flows are developed by different teams or different developers. Suppose you are one person who developed data flow 1, there is another person who developed data flow 2. Finally, integrating all these data flows. The help of variables. Got it?
Sir, any
But I
new
have a question here in this flow. Answer is expected from all of you. I'm going to here under for each. Under for each. Okay, before for each, go to the items, which is input for the for each. Settings. What is the input for this? Variable. Okay.